Yo, hello everybody. Oh, what a motivational move here. From our man Jay Bourne, directly out from Toronto. And he's from Anchor Ads. And I will speak with him today about affiliate management, and how to be an absolute rock star in this field, because he is. And this I
Ah,
heard from some sources, and one of them is also the sponsor of this video. It's the TikTok meetup. The TikTok meetup is a get together with educational stuff and network opportunities that are happening in parallel or before the biggest and most important conventions of this industry. So we have also something different today, because usually we have like an agenda. I have here like a tablet, or I have some paper with some notes I cannot read afterwards. But yeah,
we're
with
free
Jay, it's
balling it. We're
yeah,
free balling it today.
we don't need that. We make it all freestyle, because we had yesterday like a 20-minute session just to meet each other, because we never spoke before, and it was such a good energy and already so much knowledge there, that we said, "Fuck it, we just recorded. We could have recorded this 20 minutes yesterday
I
and
know
throw it to the people, and that's it."
it's always the case, always the case. But now happy to be here, bud. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and super excited to get some more FaceTime and shoot the shit.
Okay, perfect. So I also don't know you that well. Yesterday you explained me some interesting stuff, and yeah, you are not like the cousin of Jason Bourne or something like this. But
If I was, I couldn't tell you.
yeah, exactly. Maybe you are. You have to protect the cousin. So family first. So please, for the people that don't know you or that don't know you that well, introduce yourself, and also some promotion for Anchor Ads.
Yeah, no, easy peasy on that one. So, guys, real pleasure to meet you all. My name is Jay Bourne, and I currently work over at Encore Ads. We are a neutral advertiser based out of Toronto. Huge year for us. We launched this year, and we will be in Barcelona for those who want to come and meet us and shake hands and find out what we're moving in this space. Our big movement as an advertiser is the skin tag vertical, something that's been pushing really hard on native, now starting to creep its way into Facebook and TikTok, and we're seeing continuous growth in these verticals. And as a neutral advertiser, we want to continue to grow in these smaller niches on the sides where people, affiliates, can find their own corners of the market and really grow. Our whole thing is investing into the affiliate. If someone has an idea that we feel that we can work together with and grow, that is our main objective here. We've done the
So
diet, we've done the CBD. Let's start looking into
you know them
newer
all.
ventures.
So we put, of course, your contact details and like Instagram handle, and I don't know, whatever you are using downstairs, so people can reach out to you for all kind of business
Snapchat,
invest.
Instagram, TikTok. Hey, you name it, we got it.
Yeah, all the modern stuff that I'm too old to understand. I just get a hand on Instagram.
OnlyFans if you need it. You know what? If I need to,
Oh,
I'll start on OnlyFans.
okay, or loyal fans, even better. Yeah, there are in our industry, there are now so many, I would not say knockoffs, because everybody has like an interesting concept, but so many variations of OnlyFans. You will not believe it. You have on the conference sometimes 10, 15 similar platforms.
Really?
Yep.
My God. Okay, I thought I was in touch. You know,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
that
no,
bad.
no, no, no. It's really interesting. You should join one of the adult shows that is coming up, or the AW Summit. One of the sponsors and clients of mine, they are also making a very nice event in Ibiza. So maybe that's something for you to come and see a little bit of a different vertical.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always, even though for us, for example, where we made the executive choice to specialize in a vertical, it's always great to meet others that work in other verticals, everything from gambling, from crypto to sweeps to white hat lead gen. Because essentially, you know, everyone's using similar style systems, similar style hooks, and it's always good to reflect on what other verticals are using. And sometimes, in most occasions, you can almost bring it over to your vertical and work them hand in hand. So I'm always open to those kind of conversations.
Do you have maybe already an example how somebody saw maybe an ad or a concept and they adopted it from one completely different vertical to another one?
Yeah, so we found when sequence, for example, crypto for the longest time was a huge vertical. The way they set that up in terms of the advertorial flows were very similar to what you'd see with neutral flows. On a similar basis, sweeps and trial offers. the whole idea of getting something for free, the wording was very similar, the hooks very similar. And so if you could take that funnel, strip it down to its bare bones and paint the picture that A to B, it has similar attributes, you're able to find people that would be willing to test and see success between the two verticals. But then on the other side of things, you have stuff like casino. Now that's super difficult because a lot of those ones, for example, they usually have a rev share on the other side of it. Now that's actually pretty sweet because then you go to the white hat lead gen side of things, and some of those offers also have rev share style payouts. And if you can find connections, as small as they may be, between verticals, there's always a means which you can make it work together and take someone's skill from vertical A and bring it over to vertical B. That's the thing with affiliates, man. Like, they're the best minds in the business. Let's be honest here. Like, when it comes to any kind of business, affiliates do one thing very, very well. They find a problem and create a solution. So if you can find a problem within the vertical and find a solution for it, they can move that from A to B to C, no problem. They are notorious for discovering that gray area and then exposing it and marketing the Christ out of it. You can't find any better minds.
Do you see it often that affiliates are switching verticals from one thing to a completely different, or they usually stick to what they know best until this entire system cracks maybe down?
So for the most part, you will find teams you work with will have their base verticals they want to work with, for sure. Now, like anything, trends, ebbs and flow. As we've seen over, the last couple of years, you have lead gen was the biggest talk of the town, suites biggest talk of the town, crypto biggest talk of the town. But like any smart business person, you'll have your baseline verticals, but you should always be looking to diversify for when you see these ebbs and flows. So I would say yes, but also no.
Why you think affiliates are trying new verticals? They want to make more money, or they maybe want to learn something new in this vertical?
Affiliates at the baseline of their entrepreneurs, and their mind is wired. I mean, I'd say for ourselves as well, is to always look to add more to their portfolio. We don't ever want to have just one stream of income. We're always looking to have multiple streams of income, because if one stream decides to dry up, we have 3-4 others that we can then rely on and build upon to continue that revenue stream. So I definitely would agree on that point that affiliates are actively looking for other verticals or other means of revenue to ensure that at all points in time, individually and as the team, they're growing.
And your main verticals are at the moment Nutra and Sweep, and these are two very different verticals. I mean, it's not like online Bible courses and fetish porn also, but it's a different thing. So that would be something that I would maybe work in, but that's a different story. So do you recommend affiliates actively that are very successful in one vertical to try the other things, or is the risk too high that they fuck up or because for whatever reason the other vertical and then they come back to you and it gives this a bad taste? Or you take the risk and often it works nicely?
A lot of this is risk management, right? Like you want to put all your eggs in one basket, and where you can, you want to ensure that you're supporting the affiliate as best as you can. If you're bringing someone into your vertical as a new vertical, you want to ensure you're giving that individual, that team, all the resources they possibly can to progress and to succeed. However, a lot of this is trial and error, split testing, A/B testing. So you're not promising them the world. What you're doing is painting a picture of this is what can be possible. This is the avenues you can take, but always put your own flair on things, right? This isn't copy and paste. This isn't a one funnel fixes all or one funnel sells all. It's a continuous changing environment where the technology is changing, the angles are changing, the offers are changing. And with that, as an affiliate, a lot of your job is keeping up with those changes. For those who then decide to start, for example, with Nutra and head elsewhere, I give them a huge high five, a shake of the hand and say, best of luck. If you need anything, let me know. Because if they are looking to do that, I want them to succeed in all points and aspects of their business. So if I can at least connect them with someone that I know would be a great source of offers in that new vertical or for technology they're looking for, I'll do my best to connect them with the right people, because all you want to see out of the affiliates you work with is success. No one wants to be on the receiving end of failure. ever. So why not give them the best opportunity you can?
How often you see that when they try a new vertical that it's on the long term successful, and how often they just go back to what they know?
It depends on the budget that they have and the size of the team. There's some teams you work with that are 100 plus people, where they have the numbers to be able to break people off into groups to really funnel in and target these new verticals and really send them to as far as they can go. Others, for example, are a one-man band where they saw success in one vertical. They've kind of made a decent enough profit where they can start diversifying, and they go into testing. And unfortunately, the first few steps aren't so successful. So they have to come back to their original vertical, build up that revenue again for them to then go back to testing. So you definitely see people ebb and flow between, and they go away and they come back. But that's usually down to the size of the team and the success they see off the bat.
So all these kind of recommendations towards other partners when the affiliate want to spread out, and in general helping affiliate, is a very big part of building relationships, and everything is to be a more successful affiliate manager and also to help people, because I think it's a very good characteristic for somebody if you really want to help people genuine. So what you think is characteristic for a good affiliate manager? And later on we also speak about what is characteristic for somebody that sucks in the job and should better go back to a 9 to 5 or whatever.
One good trait of a good affiliate manager, open-mindedness would be a great trait. And that really kind of hits a spectrum, because you need to be open-mindedness to the idea that you don't work a 9 to 5 anymore. You need to be on call at any point in time. You could be at a restaurant, you could be on the toilet, you could be on a holiday, but your openness to be there, accessible for people's needs when they need it, is pretty much, make or break sometimes for relationships you have. And it might just be that someone's asking, hey man, I just need a link. You could be on a beach in the Bahamas, 20 seconds of your day. Send out that goddamn link. Don't wait 3 hours, don't wait 4 hours, because you know full well that affiliate has hit up 10 other affiliate managers to win that same business. If you're the person at the door, as soon as that call is made, you're going to lose that business. So keep that open mind that if someone hits
and
you
also
up,
you would maybe not even sit on the Bahamas now on the beach.
No.
if you would not have this job, if you would work 9 to 5, okay, we are all in different continents. So what is for me maybe like super exotic is for you like, okay, I jump in the car and the other way around. But let's say you would just be next door. And,
you could be at your daughter's dance recital. I'd like to think you'd put your family first at all points in time, and maybe the message return would be, hey, I'm with my family right now. I'll be right back with you in 45 minutes. Just the open communication there of, at the end of the day, we have lives too. I'd like to say that for the most part, I try to accommodate my affiliates as much as I can. I reply in very timely manners, but I also have a life. If I'm in the gym, for example, that's my time of the day, and I'll reply in kind and be, hey man, just in the gym. I'll be 45 minutes tops, and I'll be right back with you with what you need. If I'm between a set, for example, I'll send them what I need right now. I've got pretty good at diddling on my phone. But on the other side of things, if I'm at a birthday dinner with my granddad, I'm going to give my granddad the time of day. You've got to find balance, but you also need to be open to the mind that at the points where you can be assertive and give the attention to the affiliates that they deserve to help them grow their business, be sure to do so.
But that's also something that managers that are entering in the affiliate or online marketing space have to understand. If you take somebody that was a big shot in a traditional company and is maybe the best manager in the world, and he says like, yo, this fucker, he was in his lunch break 10 minutes longer. We have to have a serious talk with this person. But on the other hand, he's not seeing that the guy is at 11 o'clock in the night still replying to stuff. That will not fly. Then you have to learn how this industry works as a manager. It's a lot of more giving and taking here than in other industries.
Definitely, and especially at the beginning, right? If you're like new to the industry and affiliate manager, you'll find that sleep is very broken, because you're trying to win the business at all points in time, right? You're trying to build yourself a portfolio and create these new relationships off the bat to make good long-term partners. As time goes on and you start solidifying those relationships, you kind of get to know each other's flows and patterns. So being hit up 4 a.m. in the morning, for example, you know, it's not to say that you shouldn't always reply, but like, you get the idea. We all work on different time zones. You know, as one individual myself, I work with people in Europe, I work with people in India, in China, in Australia, in Singapore, in Peru. Like, there's so many different time zones that we're working off at all points in time. We can't always be awake. We can't always be online. And as you learn your relationships with your affiliates, you get to align yourselves together with when is a good time to be responsive and when is a time that is just not realistic.
Yeah, you get also a feeling with the time what is urgent and what is not urgent. I mean, even if you have a very, very big affiliate, maybe your biggest, it's often stuff they're requesting that can wait for even 2 or 3 days. Like, yo, bro, my accounting hit me up. If you can get me this and this invoices would be super good. And you anyway have to speak with your CFO or something like this.
Yeah.
So this is not stuff where you have to fix it immediately just because it's your biggest guy. You just reply like, bro, I'm on it. And then it goes with the flow.
It's very true. But like, you know, I know, for like example, the affiliate space it hasn't got the best reputation for cash flow. There's been many occasions in history where affiliates have sent a bunch of traffic to an advertiser, for an example, and have ended up not being paid out because the advertiser.
Yeah, okay, that's
you know
of
what
course
I mean?
poison.
As an example, so I know for myself and Encore as a whole, our big thing as an issue we highlighted very early on when we started up was that we never wanted affiliates to question if they were going to get paid. We want them to have that confidence in us that cash flow is good, and once traffic is sent, they will always get paid. So even that situation, I agree that you can at points take time with situations. But if I've got an affiliate of mine that, you know, they're stressing, they're trying to scale, their funds are low because they need to reload their VCC to keep Facebook going, for example, then I'm going to do everything I can in that moment to get them what they need to get paid as swiftly as possible.
No. I'm not mean that they are not getting paid. I mean the invoice itself is maybe they received the money, but it's maybe a mistake with like the VAT number or the invoice was not arriving or something like this. So really like paperwork stuff that is not like urgently, because people tend to jump when a big guy comes that is not even having like a priority task. And with you have to reply to this guy earlier. But in the end of the day, the average guy, let's say, that has maybe a broken link or something like this, is way more important to fix. And this is where you have to jump off the toilet.
Jump off the toilet.
Yeah, we spoke about spicy food before. So
So I mean, you do, as you develop your skills in affiliate managing and, you know, continue to build your book of business, you do start to learn how to compartmentalize your day with how you reach out, your prospecting, tasks. Like you're being pinged from left, right, and center here with Skype, Telegram, Signal, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, like from so many different angles. You need to have some kind of compartmentalization of what's important now, what can wait half an hour, what is an hour, but always do your best to get back to your affiliates in a prompt manner. And again, even if it's as a clear as message as, hey bud, I've got this on right now, I'll be with you in X amount of time. A simple message like that can really go a long way with continuing to show that relationship with your affiliates, that you are attentive and you have their needs in your best interest.
So how you are personally taking care that you are not forgetting requests and messages from affiliates?
A notebook.
You are not using an electric one? Not a CRM system?
Like so for example, right now I'm on a stand-up desk. I
realize sometimes it's different. Yeah, but good energy.
Yeah,
I should try that.
I'm very an energetic individual. I like to be, when I think, I tend to move around, and I find that physically writing something down pinpoints the idea or the item that I need to remember in my head more effectively. We live in obviously we're working in a very digital based industry, working so much with screens and different chats, but even then it's a lot of information being thrown at one individual at once. So I find that if something pops up, but I really need to focus on this one task right now, I write it down. And once that task is done, I then look at my piece of paper and I'll look at that and I'll quickly number next to those points. Okay, this one needs to be done first, second, third, fourth, and then that becomes my priority list of things to do. Once that's done, maybe some other things pop up and I add to that list, and the day continues as such.
So I think that's also a very important message for the people out there. There is often no right and wrong. Me personally, I put everything down electronically and it works for me great. Maybe also for the reason that my handwriting is so bad that whatever I write, after half an hour, I cannot read my own stuff anymore.
Yeah,
so if the task would take longer than half an hour, I would be doomed. So whoever is watching this and is trying to find their way in the industry, follow the rules of your company, follow some general rules, some common sense. But in the end, find your individual style. Also in the way
Absolutely.
how you speak with the affiliate. I mean, you are an energetic guy, very outgoing. You cannot take everybody that can be maybe a great affiliate manager and say like, yeah, you're there like this, bam, 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 bam.
No.
Some people, they do it like very analytic and it works for them like super fine.
Yeah, I mean, how I talk in chat is very different to how I talk in person. If I try to type the way I talk to you right now, it would just be blurbs of nonsense and gifs left, right, and center. So there's a huge thing to say when it comes to affiliate managers and finding your flow. There is no one way to do it. You definitely need to find what works best for you and what works best in a form of communication. 10,000%. But clear communication is the key part. You can use GIFs. You can just talk analytically. You can just shoot the shit with someone all day, but always know that you need to just have, when it comes down to the tooth and nail of it, clear communication.
It's very often also like a cultural thing. So for example, when I deal with some Germans, it's like I'm German, so we are like also the Dutch people are like very straightforward.
Yeah.
So it's like yo, hello, there's no how are you doing? That is anyway something that I don't like. This how are you is for me a phrase I personally don't like, because usually the people don't care. And when I was the first time in America, I went to Subway and I go there. Good morning. How are you doing, sir? And I was hangover. It was in Las Vegas, and I had still jet lag. So I make a long line behind me because I start to speak with this guy about my problems. I said, "Yeah, I'm hangover, but I'm the first time in Las Vegas. It's really cool." And
look at this tourist. Get him out of here.
Yeah. So he said, "Like, dude, it's only a phrase. You want what sandwich you want?" So it's really a lot of cultural things with the Americans. Not everything, I mean, it's stereotypes, but very often it's like, it's amazing, bro, we will kill it, and then nothing happens. You have to set like reminders and calls and bound, and then it's working very nice on a big scale. With the Germans, it's like, hello, this is what we can do. Okay, start now. Boom.
Start now.
And now back to be grumpy or something like this. So actually 10 minutes ago, I asked you about a good affiliate manager. You said the guy has to be open-minded. So now about what is a bad affiliate manager. What is maybe things that you spotted in the industry because you were an affiliate yourself for some time being as well. So what were characteristics and behavior where you said like, nah, this is not somebody I want to work with and send my traffic there?
A bad affiliate manager, someone that doesn't follow up. Pretty simple on that one. Not that, when you do work in one vertical or multiple verticals as an affiliate, you are essentially being bombarded by affiliate managers all day long. That is a lot of what your day gets filled up with, and you can't reply to everybody. That I understand. It's usually then where you find some teams end up bringing in a biz dev, so they handle the day-to-day conversations with all the affiliate managers, get a lay of the land of what's working, what isn't, and then they bring that information to the media buyers, and then they can execute. Seems to be a pretty efficient way to do that, but not everyone is a team. Some people, as I said before, are a one-man band, and they have to section their day to work effectively of who they reply to and who they don't reply to. And you don't want to be that person left on red by bombarding with messaging, but you also want to be someone that if a message comes up, they're like, Jay Bourne just messaged me for the second time this week. It was Monday when he last messaged me. Now it's Thursday. It's been a couple days. Oh, it looks like he sent a screenshot and some new material. I'll give this a read. So if you're not following up with your affiliates in a consistent and mindful manner, you are going to lose the business 110%. You're never going to be on their radar. But on the flip side of it, you don't want to not be the person following up, but you don't want to be the person that's bombarding them.
Where's the borderline, you think?
That comes down to the team you're working with. There are some teams I work with I will talk to every day, but that's just the relationship we have. You know, we've worked with them now for over 2 years, and we just, some days we'll be talking about work and we'll working through the data points on partial conversion rate, blah, blah, blah. And there's other teams that I only speak to once a week, but they'll run all week long. But that's just the relationship we've created, and that's the expectation made. And again, it's a cultural thing, as you explained. So again, there isn't really one win answer to it. It's kind of flinging it back to the open-mindedness of being a good affiliate manager. You need to gauge the expectations of the affiliates you're working with. Do they want to be hit up every day? Yes or no? Yeah. Do they want to be hit up once or twice a week? Potentially. When you're hitting them up, what is it they would like to see? Is it just, hey, bro, here's a new offer, send me traffic? Or is it, hey, man, looking back on the last week, we're seeing great consistency in this offer, this amount of conversions per day. So we're seeing nice, consistent conversion rate. Here's a couple of landers or creatives that I'm seeing whilst manually spying. I hope this will help you with your day. And you don't even need to see a reply, but something like that at least has some meat to it that the affiliate can work with and take on with their day to apply to their everyday stuff. Like, give them something.
When I was selling insurances, we had this catchphrase that was like, you get the clients that you deserve. And as an affiliate manager, you usually can take over a part of a portfolio. You take over the role when the company is growing or when somebody is leaving the company and you need to replace them. But in the end of the day, the most interesting contacts are coming from the own portfolio you are bringing. And I see it also at Masters in Cash, a very, very big amount of the people that are live there at the moment, at least on CPL, I brought to the company. So when it got stuck, even when I'm not speaking with them, maybe for 1 year we don't hear each other because my business is done. I find them in a forum or something like this. I said, okay, what do you want? This and this. I said, this and that. I connect them, touch, boom, next one, okay? But when there is a problem, in some way they circle very often back to the guy that brought them to the company. So how are you building a portfolio that is fitting to you?
Wow, that's a good question.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like that one. How am I building a portfolio that's fitting to me? Wow, Jesus Christ. Building a portfolio fitting to me is a weird question because the people I work with, I'm trying to fit to them, essentially. Obviously, we're all living our own lifestyles, and like someone for myself, I like to stay very active. I try to be outdoors a lot, and I want to obviously connect with people that have very similar goals within their life, whether it's in sport, whether it's just going to the gym, whether it's being able to access free time where you get to travel. Very like-minded people. So my answer to that question is the way I'm building this portfolio is surrounding myself with people continuously, with others that have a mindset of growth, have a mindset of lifestyle choices, that you are in control of your lifestyle choice and want to continue to expand your lifestyle choices, whether it's food, sport, whatever, business. And if you can surround yourself with those people of similar mindsets, everything grows at once and at all points in time. And that's still, if someone decides to move away from, your book of affiliates and move elsewhere and work elsewhere, there will be a time where you will reconnect and be able to tell stories of how you've grown in your two different locations and somehow probably find a way to work together again. It's a forever moving thing. And I feel that, surrounding yourself with people with the same mindset in your book is my biggest goal.
Are you finding that most of your affiliates that you work closer with on conventions where you can really have directly experiences together, or is it still more online hunting?
My go-to, I'd say no, online hunting. It used to be a lot of online hunting. Back when I first started, you'd find someone's landing page, you go into like a domain IQ, you'd find an email, you'd find every single contact you possibly can under that email, and you'd hit them up to the cows come home. But at this point in time where you've kind of got a name, some people seem to know you, the face-to-face value, I feel, just goes the extra distance. When you can shake someone's hand, look them in the eye, and share a beer with them, or even share an activity with them. I met some folks when I was in Dubai, and I took them skydiving. And to do something on that caliber, where you took a bunch of folks to go do something that was kind of out of their comfort zone and new, and break through that barrier together, get this huge adrenaline rush, like that's an experience you can't get over a computer. That's only an experience you can get face to face. And from there, the relationship zoomed off and the conversation started spurting out, and we're making this plan and that plan. And I'll say now predominantly I focus more on the face-to-face relationships when it comes to building new relationships.
That's most probably also one of the reasons that trade shows are growing. So it's not that the trade shows are dying out, because it's still worth for the people to go there to more shows, invest a lot of money. The shows get also more and more expensive, but you find the people that you can trust and build a business partnership with. Because online you have also often this trust problem. You are like in some group chats, and it says like, hey, I'm looking for this and this offer, who has it? And we are saying like, oh, we have this kind of stuff that they are looking for. So you write them like, yo, we can do that. And you have like a conversation. And then after like, I don't know, a few minutes, it turns out like the guy is from Bangladesh and just started like 1 week ago. And in my start, I was giving all these people a chance. And we had something like in Broker Babe, let me lie, but we generated something like 10 to 20 signups per day from these countries, from affiliates. And we put an effort in it, and we activated like 500 or so on certain offers. And from this 500, I had exactly one legit lead. So it was either fraud or even worse, they were not starting and they were selling the accounts to their homies, because after half a year, they are maybe not so much on the radar anymore because their affiliate ID is way low behind.
Yeah, there's definitely, I'm not going to scrutinize any specific country or culture here. Like there's people you get this from all the countries around the world. You get your great affiliates, you get your not so great affiliates, but there's definitely a culture around being hit up, and it's the same individual, but they just change their Skype again and again. And then if you do reply to that Skype, they'll tell all their friends, and then their friends will start adding you. And the next thing you know, you've got 50 admins saying, hey, I'm an affiliate, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, it's no different to us as affiliate managers. As soon as we get hold of a contact of an affiliate and we hit them up. So like, it's very give and take. We're getting buzzed all the time to people trying to work with us. We're buzzing affiliates to try to work with them. It's a forever circle of everyone just knocking on each other's doors, trying to win the business. And then the key there is like, what are you doing differently to win that business? As affiliates, obviously they all have their niches, they have their systems or traffic sources or just pure numbers that they can bring to the table as quality traffic. And over time, especially as an affiliate manager, you tend to gauge after a while which are the legit messages and which are not to give anyone pointers here, because then they start learning. But then on the other side of things, as an affiliate manager, and you're hitting up all these affiliates, they're getting the same thing again and again. Hey, bro, I can pay you weekly. I have exclusives. I can do this. I can do that. It's like, cool. That's great.
How you stand out there? I mean, we will speak later on also about how you stand out on the shows. But now let's speak about online. When you remember your first days where you had to hunt these landing pages and God knows what grunt work you had to do, or we all had to do, and everybody should do it because it's teaching us a lot about how it works in the end. So what were messages where you say like, or approaches where you had like a high response rate from the people, and maybe what stuff was not working at all?
High response rate, I'd say not being the guy that just sent an offer link. If you can be the person that can add quality to your messages, whether it's you're giving ideas on headlines. Like right now, a fun thing I like to do is I find a headline that I see is on the spy tools. I go into ChatGPT and I go, hey, ChatGPT, write me 5 headlines that's the same as this. And I'll send that out to a couple of guys that I know are running in the same vertical, same traffic source, and give them new material. That's something less that affiliate has to think about that day. I've just taken it upon myself to do it. Whether it works, I don't get much feedback on that, but I usually at least get a, dude, thanks so much. I really appreciate the thought. And at least that's positive reinforcement enough to know it's doing something.
Yeah. And for me, when I did it, it was before ChatGPT. It was very often that you found stuff that was broken on their pages. So they had like an ad that was ending nowhere. They had like a picture that was not loading. Some font was mixed up. So when you were reaching out to them with like with a solution or showing them where there is a problem, the response rate was of course way higher than just like a typical phrase like, yo, bro, we have the best offers on the market. And I also see it very often in this Telegram and Skype chats where I am. They don't even write their company names. I think that's also a very big mistake, but they just say like, we have the best offer on the market in crypto, casino, Nutra, sweepstakes, dating, lead gen, God knows what. So come on, this is bullshit. Who as a real affiliate that does this business serious gets motivated by a message like this?
They don't. The only people you're getting hit up from with those generic group chat messages of, hey, we have the best, blah, 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 are the individuals that are likely going to fraud you. Or on the other side of things, or potentially the people who are very, very new to the industry and they don't know where else to look. And that's just the first message they see. Now, unfortunately, the experience they bring to the table is probably very minimal. However, with the right intel and the right guidance, they could potentially be one of the biggest affiliates you've ever had. I try not to dishearten anyone that tries to contact me in terms of getting into the affiliate business. You never know their background. You try to obviously figure out at the beginning, but anyone can make this work if they have the right mindset and are open to problem solving and have the right resources behind them. But if they think it's just going to be as simple as copy this, do the exact same as these guys and go, they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, the ones that follow the gurus. I mean, for me, it's not that so many new affiliates are reaching out. Now, it's more the other side. So it's a lot of people that want to be affiliate managers. So because I create this content, and even when it has like per video and per post, not a big reach. I mean, some of the videos have like 50, 60 views. Okay, I have also some with like nearly 2,000. In total, it's like maybe 10,000 views that I generated just about affiliate management, plus the speeches and so on. So it's on a weekly basis that they are hitting me up, hey, how I can enter this industry. And I write at the moment also an ebook, so I become also some kind of guru. Please don't bitch on me, but I write an ebook about the first 3 months as an affiliate manager, and also how to get a job in this industry. How you would recommend somebody that want to work as an affiliate manager to enter this industry, how to even make the contacts to find a job in that space?
How to get, it's a tough one. That's a tough one because
okay, let's rephrase it.
So reason why I say it's tough is because before I even got in, so when I years and years ago when I even did digital marketing, when I did affiliate marketing, I didn't even know the space existed. This entire space was an enigma. I just thought ads turned up on my phone and I'd click on this and it was just a click. But then I found out,
spend a lot of money for stupid bullshit.
This is it, I just spend money and then you just go, wait a second. Every time I click somewhere, someone else is making money. And then I was like, why don't I do that? And so then I start going down these rabbit holes of, what is CPC? What is CPA? What is CPL? So the way I would say for someone to understand and try dip their toe into entering this industry as an affiliate manager or as an affiliate, find a great forum and educate yourself. As an example, everyone knows this forum. Sign yourself up to SDM, for example, and go through the feeds. Learn the language. Find out what it actually means to build a funnel. What it actually means when someone says a traffic source or a tracker, or they're talking about CPCs in context of a sentence. Because to anyone else, it's a completely different language. It's like speaking Hebrew to a Spanish person. You're not speaking the same thing. So once you start going in there and diving and reading and taking the time to learn, then and only then can you actually start going the right direction and creating those contacts with people. Because coming out swinging here as like absolute nobody is going to be super tough off the bat, and you're not adding any value on the table day one. But with a couple of months of going through forums and chats and learning, the groundworks of what it is to be an affiliate, then can you effectively go in as potentially an affiliate manager because you have an understanding of an affiliate's needs and affiliate's problems, and you can come to them with solutions.
I mean, this industry has anyway such a high demand of manpower. So if you are educated and you have a little bit of connections, it's for sure not such a difficult task to get at least like a junior position and climb all the way up.
Oh, for sure. If you've got baseline understanding and a good connection, and what you'd obviously hope there is if you have a good connection for a step in, that there's someone who would support you with your learning. And a lot of what you learn is via the conversations you have with your affiliates. You will make some mistakes in the beginning, and it might lose you the business at the beginning. However, though, if you don't take those mistakes as a lesson, learn from them and take them into your new relationships, then you're going to be stuck in square one. But if you can learn from them and continue to grow, you will inevitably be successful.
How is it for you? Who was training you as an affiliate manager? You had like a mentor, or you were practically doing it by yourself over the time?
No, I had a mentor. He's taken me from day one all the way. I've carried and followed him all the way up to where I am now. We figured out that from day one that there was a way that I learned, and we took the time to build out a way that I had structure to my day, that we had realistic goals to achieve on a weekly and monthly basis, so that at all times I had a good focus on where to go. And on weeks where maybe I thought, oh my God, like, why the hell am I in this business? I'm losing. He was able to come back and say, well, actually, Jay, if we look at these, if we look at these targets we had this week, or we look at the targets we had a month before, that's still growth. It may only be 1%. It may only be 0.5%. It's still growth. And to have someone like that with you from day one that can carry you through the ebbs and flows of this business is pretty detrimental, I'd say, to your overall success. You need that support.
And have you trained affiliate managers yourself as well already?
Currently in the new position, we're within the training system, yeah.
So you created a training system for new people at Encore Ads?
Yeah, so based on the structure that we use for myself, we've used that as a template. Now, as I said, with before, we had to figure out how I learned. Not everyone learns the same way. I'm a very visual person. As you can tell from conversation, I use my hands a lot. I need to be able to tangibly write things down and create mind maps.
Now you use the hands even more. Now I'm realizing it.
Put my hands on the desk. I'm not going to move them anymore. I need to be able to physically do things to make the information process. Some people aren't like that way. They like to have their graphs or their spreadsheets and have things track in that accordance. So we've taken this framework of how I learned and we've applied it to these individuals, and we've made adjustments based on their learning methods so that we're achieving the same goal, but in the individuals, with the individual's process in mind.
And how you do it, it's more like let's say a theoretical preparation, and then they are working on themselves, or is it more that you are having all the chats together with the partners?
So it's a bit of both. They are given they got their checklist of like their daily dues that they have to at least fulfill. That allows them to, they won't always follow that checklist, right? But they have their checklist that they start off with that allows them to at least develop a flow of how their everyday processes will work, from their follow-ups, from their prospecting, the days that you need to set up payments, etc. On top of that, though, we also do daily meetings at the beginning for especially our newer guys who are new into industry, where there'll be themes. So like Monday, we do external trends. On Tuesday, we do offer reviews on our offers of what we need to be focusing on to find better performance or get better split testing. On Wednesday, we do technology reviews. So maybe something new's come up of a different tracker or a different AI system that has been popped up that we want to discuss as a team, if it could be applied to affiliates or affiliate managing, along those lines. And as time goes on, when you're in this newer basis, you tend to have to do those meetings less and less because it just becomes part of your habit. It becomes part of your day. And instead of having to do an entire meeting over it, you just kind of stand up in the office and go, yo, I see this new thing, sending it to the group chat. Let me know what you think. And then the day continues. So you start off with these structures, but as time goes on and you learn the business, those structures start breaking away into what gets formed into habits.
So how long it's of course always a weird question to say how long it takes because everybody's individual. But from your experience, how long you think it takes until a person that is new to the industry is able to work by themselves as an affiliate manager? You will always need to circle back to somebody else from the company for certain things because you can never be an expert in everything. But to do like 95% of their daily work, how long you think it takes for a person to get there?
I'd say over a year. You need to fully experience the ebbs and flows of the business. There will be a month where everyone's on point. Facebook is somehow working. Native is improving everything. TikTok's on a roll. SMS is back live with Roots. Email is going strong. And you're riding that rocket all the way to the moon. And the next month, all the Facebook accounts get blocked. TikTok is just not working. SMS routes are down. And then you're in the dumps. You need to, as an affiliate manager, be put through those ringers for at least a year to understand where you have to be mentally to sustain yourself when it comes to approaching affiliates in a stable mindset that only develops one thing, and that's growth. You need to be able to dig yourself out of those trenches and help dig your affiliates out of those trenches when times are low, but also ride those highs with them and try and manage those expectations as best you can. But as you quite rightly said, you will always need a point of contact to circle back to. Whether that's being in an office and talking to them face to face, or having a good relationship online and having a group chat that you always just keep live.
So it's high and low. So there is not for a long period when everything is in some way average. It's like super good, super high. Okay, you have also these waves where maybe everybody is on convention, so everybody is untouched, let's say. But yeah, if something happens, then it's even worse. But I made a podcast, let it be 2 months ago, with somebody about mental health in the industry.
I did watch it.
Thank you very much, and I hope there were some takes from that. I had to go through this shit as well. It was not per se because of online marketing, but a combination of many factors. You do yourself that involved with so much heart and soul in this business, and now taking care of new people to stay mentally healthy.
Yeah, so before I was in this industry, I only ever worked in sports coaching. I was a ski coach for 6 years. I traveled the world skiing over 200 days a year, working between the hemispheres. And going from that COVID hit, and my industry went to shit. It died. And I figured out very quickly, if I don't have physical activity in my life, I degrade. I don't think correctly. The bad thoughts just kind of take over, but also I can't rationally function. Things become overwhelming when they shouldn't do. And so I decided very early on, especially when, taking on in a new business like we did for Encore, I needed to ensure that I look after myself. And if I can't look after myself, how am I expected to look after others? So actively ensuring I get an hour a day of somewhat physical activity has helped me massively with keeping a good, steady mindset. And usually I do it before I go home. Most people do it in the mornings. I completely get that. But for me, I've just kind of geared myself now to a certain routine where I get up, I grab my coffee, and I just get straight into work and I do my follow-ups. Because usually when I wake up in the morning, I've got 8 to 10 messages of folks that maybe message me at 4 a.m. in the morning that I need to get on with. That 3 hours is more than enough time for them. I've had to have waited. It's now 7 a.m. It's time to grind. But for me, I like to do my physical activity before I head home after work. That allows me to go to the gym or go on a run or go play some sport, decompress from the day, work out any of the problems I've had from the day in my head, and not take it home with me. I don't need to be taking that home with me. It's not my partner's issue. It's something that I can go home to and be like, when the question is asked, how are you? Which we hate that question. I'm not just going, oh, this, now, what a bloody ridiculous day. I can actually somehow, through the sport, actually highlight the best part. Not focus on the negative, but focus the best part and use that as my anchor point for the day.
And when you come home, is it very often that you are still sitting there with the laptop, or with the sport, it's closing the day mainly for work and you're reacting to requests, but not like sitting there like active grinding?
Yeah, no, it depends on the time zones I'm working on. There's days where it's kind of my wind down for the day and I just deal with requests. There's other times where, for example, maybe we have a new offer launch. It's 6 p.m. And for example, China are just waking up, Australia's just woken up, India's waking up soon, Singapore's just waking up, Europe will be awake in the next 4 to 5 hours. I want to make sure that they're getting the information they need so that when they wake up, pardon me, they have information ready to go and they're not on the backseat waiting a couple of days for this offer. So it does depend, but I do like to use it as an overall wind down of the day to not take my frustrations home and to clearly reflect on how the day went.
Okay, perfect. So we don't want to let these people that are waiting for your replies wait longer. We have now nearly 1 hour in the book, and it was an absolute fantastic talk. So I'm really glad that you take this time, and there are some methods and some styles that you do that I do different, or some stuff is new for me that I will implement in my routine as well. And we should make a second one, maybe with even a specific topic. Maybe when you are longer into training your new team, that's maybe even a good one to make a dedicated one about training affiliate managers.
Yeah, that'd be a very interesting rabbit hole to go down for sure. See who sticks around and survives the trials.
Yeah, I mean, that's the next point. Not everybody can make it, but they have for sure a good teacher. So you have any final words to add also?
Final words, Encore Ads will be there in Barcelona. Come check us out. We're super keen to meet everyone again in person and to carry on building new relationships. It's going to be a hell of a time, and we'll hope to see you all there.
So thank you very much, Jay, for all the informations, for the time, and thank you, TikTok Meetup, for presenting this episode.
Thank you, TikTok Meetup. We love you.
Peace out. Ciao.
See you later, bud.